Yeah, you want that one? Did you ever get your 250 back?
No.
I'm gonna make sure that happens.
So this is, this looks okay. The walls look nice. Something we can work with. Let's see the rest of the house. Closet looks good. Man, I'm like...
No power, yeah.
I forgot the... don't take that I forgot anything, okay?
They will never get a vlog out if that's the case.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so this part is good. Ooh. Anyway, we were looking at because there's that landfill over there, and there was no grass, all the dirt that's been washing off.
Where?
And on that side of the house. Whereas, so the slab, you can see the slab, and
it's just a 10 by 10 kitchen. What you gonna tear it down?
Here is a big, look at that.
So guys, if you can see this,
yeah, this is where it gets scary.
the structure of the house is going down.
Yeah.
Insane. Like I see it going this whole end of the house.
So it's right there in the middle, over here too.
So at this point, we're stuck. So we made an offer on this property. It was accepted, but we're still in our 7-day inspection period. Now that's why it's good to actually use that 7-day inspection period. Because now that we have no way out here, he digs deeper. He does all our rehabs. He digs deeper and he's finding a more issue that's greater than just fixing the roof line and stuff like that. There is actual ground issues here that is causing basically that part of the house to fall that way. And the ground is very soft. It can be saved, but it's going to cost a lot of money. So now I got to bring the bad news back to the homeowner and see what they say. We're at 42, I believe. I'm thinking we need to be at half of that. Nobody wants to hear that as a homeowner, but it's the reality of what's going to happen. This structure has to be torn off. That structure has to be rebuilt. That has to be rebuilt after it's torn off. So it's just, the whole house is just falling. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that reduction call. That's a huge reduction call, 50%. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I promised I would show you what this looks like. Just step on this side. It's a new cool monitor. So I used to have dual screens, and then I used to have my laptop on this side. So what I did is I bought this Dell, I think it's a 43-inch, I don't know the name or nothing, but it's 4 computer screens. These top 2 run my Windows computer. These bottom 2 are running my Mac. My Mac is sitting in a book arc. All these dongles and wires are gonna get cleaned up. Right, J-Rock? He's gonna try to manage those for me, I think. And this desk is, let's show him the desk. Check this out. You press a button and it goes back to the height, my sitting height. Boom, like that, right? And then when I want to stand, because I like to stand a lot, it raises up to my standing height. I also picked up this cool chair from the same company. And yeah, I'll put a link in the description if you guys are interested in getting this. They say sitting is the new smoking, so stand as much as you can. It gets a lot done, so I can record a podcast here for you guys, do my live videos here for you guys and everything once we get all that worked out. But yeah, and these are 4K screens, by the way, so cool stuff. In the meantime, I need to come up with a figure on what the reduction is going to be for that property you guys just seen. It's going to be a big reduction. There's foundational issues on the ground. Way more money than we thought it was going to take to fix it. I think we were really originally budgeted around 40 to 45. It's probably going to be around 65. Okay, but we'll figure it out. All right, guys, so here's the good news for today. One, I early voted. Is that right? Boom, I early voted. So I voted today, and obviously this is not anything about politics on this channel. I don't care who you vote for, but it's important when you're in real estate and when you're involved in your community in general. There's a lot of things that you need to pay attention to the primary elections, because a lot of decisions are made in the primaries. That's when your county commissioners are chosen, right? They allocate funds on what happens with the city and the county. You guys should know, find out which one agrees with your terms and vote for them. The sheriff is elected usually in the midterm. A lot of school boards, so if you have children and stuff like that, you need to pay attention to that stuff. It's more than just a presidential election. It's more that affects you more is the local election. So enough about that talk. I would, early voting is going on while this video is posted. So find out who you like and go early vote no matter where you are from. We're going to Mary LeBone. The project is finally done. Appliances will be in tomorrow. Touch-up paint will be finished today. So these are just the minor stuff. So we'll be done. Finito. This thing goes on the market tomorrow. All right, so we have our showings this weekend. Cool thing is there's 3 houses that just popped up for sale. One of them went under contract, and they're all higher than the expected list price that I actually had. So that's great. It's one of the hottest markets. That's why we took it down. It's a whole tale, and I don't know if I've ever explained, but here's what a hotel is. Essentially, the project, instead of wholesaling the deal, or it's not a retail, what we do is something in between. So we don't rehab it 100% as far as like it doesn't need a lot of work. We buy the property, okay? So this one we bought for 120. Ding! That's where I want J-Rock to put it up. So we bought this property for 120. I put $5,000, almost $6,000 into this project, $6,000, and then it goes on the market for 160. So what happens is it's not an extensive rehab. It wasn't enough meat on the bone to wholesale it, so we took it down as a hotel. It's in between a different, it's called a light rehab, but people use hotel, but you actually have to buy the property. So we bought the property, rehabbed it, put it on the market. And so we should get a good payday from this one. And we'll see. The market's hot. I'm excited to go see what the whole floor looks like in the house. And then J-Rock's going to take some photos for the MLS. And we'll be ready to rock and roll. So let's go look at Mary LeBone. Okay, YouTube, so check this out. House is done. It's going on the market tomorrow. So when you watch this video on Friday, it's going to be on the market Saturday, right? So hopefully we get some showings on it. It should be live Friday night. Pictures are going to be done tomorrow with J-Rock. So this is the final touches. Man, J-Rock, at this point, I just want you to pan to some B-roll of the house because it's going to be dope. The house, the floors look awesome. The bathroom's there. You got new floor going in today. That only takes like an hour per bathroom. The kitchen finally got done, and I'm excited. The kitchen's got done. Look at all that. So the floor is good. So like I said, tomorrow pictures will be taken. This will be on the market right after that. So this is exactly, I've been waiting for this day. One, it's going to free up 120 grand plus what we got in it, plus the profit allows me to buy some other stuff. But I'm glad to get this one off the books. A couple houses in the neighborhood came open on the market. How many houses? 3 houses came open? Yeah. 3 houses on the market. And yep, 3 houses, and they're listed all in the price range. We want them to be actually a little bit higher, so we're good to go. So I got to run back to the office, meeting Tommy. Tommy was on a consultation call with me. He drove up from Georgia to be a part of tonight's meetup. So you guys get to meet Tommy and come along in tonight's meetup where we're going to be talking about how to find correct ARV and some negotiating tactics. All right, guys, see you later. What's up, brother? Good to meet you, man.
You too, man. You too.
All right, how was the drive?
Oh, just good, man. What's up?
The ugly house? I was just there last week. We went to the ugly house. Yeah, that's the last time I've been there. I don't go there that much. I don't go to rehabs that much. I let Francis deal with it. Cause I rehab to an investor. So when we keep rehabs, we sell to an investor first of all. So I make my money up front, and then we manage the flip and the sale at the end. So we make money through the whole thing. Look, y'all be good.
Yo, San Diego, May 4th.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for the travel. Absolutely, man. So, all right. So, guys, my name is Maxwell. I have been wholesaling for 20 months now. 20 months. We've scaled pretty quickly. We are about $1 million a year wholesaling business. And this year has been going pretty good. Francis joined my team about a year ago after I was selling him a bunch of properties. And I was trying to figure out how is this one guy in on so many of my deals. Is because he was a realtor. He is a realtor, and he works primarily with only investors, right? So smart. I used to be a broker myself. I used to work in real estate, and when the market crashed, so did everything I built. So that was done, and now I actually used to work at this hotel, matter of fact. I used to work on the 4th floor as a sales manager. It's funny that I'm back here now, but yeah, I used to work here. I used to make $22,000 a year. But obviously that's about 8-9 years ago. So now I just, I don't have anything to sell you guys. So don't worry. At the end of this, you don't have to buy a $400 course, $800 course. I truly do this because this type of real estate investing and real estate investing in general has changed my life. So that's why in finding the ARV is so important. And that's where people get wrong. And I have people, wholesalers, hit me up all across the country, right? Because I run this Facebook group called Wholesaling Houses Elite. There's about 13,000 members in there all across the country. They say, hey, I got a house under contract and I can't sell it. You can always sell a deal. You can always sell a deal, right? So if you got something in the contract and you can't sell it, it's not a deal. Because raise your hand if you're in shopping for a car right now. Nobody, right? Imagine if I pulled a 2018 Mercedes up there, S550, decked out, bells and whistles, and I said, that car, I'm moving to Las Vegas. I want to sell for $20,000. How many of y'all still looking for a car? You better believe it. So you're going to always be able to sell a deal. You get what I'm saying? Hey everyone, so we're here at it's the intermission time. We're here at the meetup. It's going well. Everybody I think is learning. Got a lot of college students up front. They're learning about trying to get some assets under their belt, learning about real estate investing in general. And wholesaling is a real cool way to start. So keep watching. We'll wrap this up soon. And then Tommy and I are going to do some things after this. But see you guys later. So now you guys seen that. It's a $120,000 deal. But here's what I want to explain to you. I didn't give him an offer until I knew he was ready to sign the contract. I gave him every option. He sold me the house. I didn't buy it. He convinced me to buy the house. And that's what you don't want to go into a house as a desperate buyer. Right? That just changes. I gave him a scenario. Listen, you can go list it. I can get you a guy for I can't get him a hard money loan. I can get him for a hard money loan. There's all these other options that he has. And he's upset because he called me to get what? An offer. I got the carrot that I want to hang over his head, and I'm not going to give up that carrot too early in the conversation.
And I would say a good point is like you didn't make offer, he made the offer.
I made him make 3 offers. So he went from 80 to 50. I said, listen, I'm at 40. I'm good at 45 on this property without even doing the math. I already know. Right? So that is the difference in between going in a house. Now you know how to talk to somebody. Huh? Well, yeah, I know numbers, but you should have already done your homework before you got here. Right? So if this house, do the math, so let me bring out a calculator. This house is $120,000. Remember we talked about that? 120, but I told him it was 109. So 120, remember I purchased on this number and I sell on this number. So let's talk about where we really need to be at. You're at 120, right? You're going to minus 30%. What does that leave us, guys? 80. All right, so we're the same. Okay. 30,000 rehab. How much does that leave us? 10 grand in profit. I got it for 42. And I'm going to call them and ask for a reduction in 6 days. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even have to think about that. And that is how you go into a house as a confident buyer. That I don't need this house, but if you want to sell it, I'm the guy to buy it. Right? Because the prep conversation for me coming here is that I'm not here to look at houses. I'm here to buy a house. You want to show your house, put it on the market. A lot of people come looking through it. I don't want to come to just see your house. I'm coming to buy that thing. That's how you close deals. It's called the going negative, right? Because most people would have gone in there and they would have threw out their offer. Then they started negotiating. You lost. If you start negotiating with that guy at 80 grand, you've lost. You know you need to be at 45. You're not going to get somebody from here to there. I started negotiating when he got to 50. And I felt that he was so desperate he wanted to sign that contract, I threw out my offer. I threw out 40, knowing that if he said 45, I'd take it. And he said 42. And I didn't argue with him because he won. You see that? I gave 40, he said 42. He walked away happy, baby. I got him. He go in the car, he said, baby, I got him. He offered me 40. I said, I need 42. And he said, baby, I got it. Right? So he won. He just made an extra 2 grand. I made an extra 3. Right? So that's sales, right? And you guys that's back there selling cars, I hope they taught you that. You never want to push a sale. You never want to push a sale. You always want to be behind. Always want to be behind the person. You never want to push them to a sale. Right? I don't need this house. That's my attitude. Remember, that's not that bad. My money came from, I got to update the house. Yes, your cabinets look great, but they're 1984 cabinets. I got to put all white ones in here. And I flipped the script on his perspective. Imagine if you and your wife were shopping with 120 grand. Would you buy these cabinets? I got to make them look like brand new. So yes, your house is not in disrepair, but it's outdated. Get them every time. I'm telling you, people, because that 80 he threw out there when he was on the phone, that was BS. He didn't want 80. If I gave him 80, he would have been happy. But he knows, because he read the website, that we're investors. And 109 to 80, and you see how I anchored him at 109? That's called anchoring. I made him agree. We agreed. See, if you don't agree on the starting price, then you'll never end up at the same ending price. Because if he thought the house was 120 and I said 109, we're 11 grand apart. My offer would have had to been 52 for it to make sense. So that's it. That's how you go in there and close a deal. And if you can't sell it, call Francis. He'll sell it for you. Half of a watermelon is better than half of a grape. So any questions? That's it? No questions? I hope I did good. So look, guys, we do this, I think it's every third Thursday. I might start keeping it here versus the Innovation Quarter, which is downtown. Sometimes they're iffy with, like, if the Winston-Salem State or School of the Arts calls them and takes that space. I'm not, even though I'm a member, I'm second priority. So even though their offers is cooler with cooler chairs and better equipment, I think this is cool and raw. So we might change it to here, but I'll talk to them this week to see if I can get solid dates booked out for the next 3 months so that we don't have to switch. Cool. But like I said, I have a Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses Elite. A lot of the contracts, first of all, my buyer's contract, my assignment contract, my wholesaling calculators in there, and then some other members have put files in there as well. So it's literally a place where either top wholesalers, like some of our friends are in there, or people that are just starting in there. So it's just a community. Don't go in there and try to post your deals for sale because you'll get kicked out. I got 7 moderators. They'll kick you out. It's not a place to post your deals. It's literally a place to say, hey guys, I'm stuck, or what do I do to this, or what's this? Not like, hey, I just got a house under contract. Who wants to buy it? Go to wholesaling houses full time. Go do that over there.
That in-house script, you have that in a file somewhere, or is it just something you kind of develop?
That right there? Oh, that's off the top.
Gotcha.
That's Lil Wayne. That's freestyle right there. But no, yeah, that's just over the years. Francis, he's even now when I go on appointments with Francis, he's still, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you did it. So no, that's just over the time, man. Because I've the psychology of selling. You know, some people are pressure salespeople. I'm a more of it's called going negative. I didn't invent it. There's other people that talk about it. You know, you ever watched the movie? What's that crazy movie where the stocks he was selling penny? Wolf of Wall Street. So Jordan Belfort, like reading his straight line persuasion of selling, right? Keeping that conversation in that grid line. Like, man, I'm telling you, trust me, we've all been sold something we've never wanted. Trust me, we've all been a victim before. It's just because people are good at it. It's the psychology of selling, right? So I hope you guys learned something. And I'll see you guys in a month. Hey, what's up, guys? So that's a wrap up for a long night. Man, today was kind of long, but you just seen what a wholesaling meetup is like. Dropped some jewels tonight, and then we took the crew out to grab something to eat, and that ends it for me. I'm gonna go home and do this all over again tomorrow. So I appreciate you watching. If you're still watching right now, please go down to the bottom, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it, and leave a comment. Tell me what you like most about the video below, and I will respond. But until then, I'll see you next time. Later.